Hello and welcome to From No Crypto to No Crypto. This is Blockchain Wayne bringing you another cryptocurrency podcast. Today's episode brought to us by Concierge Club, mobile private key and wallet, helping to make cryptocurrency mainstream. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on in the market today. I mean, I know many people are panicking. Thought about doing this episode 24 hours ago, decided to wait just to kind of see what's going on, where we're going, and really take some of the emotion out and see what is happening. So no surprise, the Bears are still in control. All right, yes. So huge wipeout in the crypto market over last week. Wednesday last week we saw a huge dip. Even more today as we saw extreme lows. Waking up this morning, Bitcoin under $4,500. Total crypto market cap's only at 145 billion right now. Everything is on sale. It's a Black Friday sale, to say the least. But seriously, let's take a look at what's going on. I want to give you some food for thought as far as, I don't know why it's dipping, other than the only reason we are dipping is because we haven't found the bottom. Now, many people that got in a year ago or less are sitting upside down on investments if they haven't sold anything. But at this time, remember a couple of things. So you don't really lose money until you sell. And two, how strong is your belief in crypto as being the future, right? If you came into this thinking that you were going to make lots of money and it was going to be easy, you're just going to like a lottery ticket, you're going to buy some Bitcoin or buy some other crypto and it was going to go to the moon. This is where you got to really evaluate why you're in this position. So this is what I'm going to ask you, to the crypto community. Why are you here? Like I said a minute ago, is it the chance for quick, easy money? Or is it for the Lambo or to make millions of dollars? Many of us may have come initially for that. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but why are you still here, right? If you're still in this space, why are you still here? Are you still upside down, but you have zero faith in it? Then you can do a couple of things. Cut your losses and get out. Or two, quit looking at it every day, set an alert for whenever it hits a certain price, that price you need to break even, and get out, right? So, but do you really understand how this technology is? Do you understand how truly broken our current financial systems are? And that's what's really going to keep you here and realizing this is not just about, hey, this is a way to make some extra money. This is the future. This is going to revolutionize and change, or in some cases, replace many financial systems, many financial institutions, and blockchain itself is going to replace a lot of technology. The dollar is a fiat currency, and all fiat currency will eventually return to its intrinsic value of zero, right? Banks and governments have been trusted by people over the years to do what's in the best interest of the people. Has that really happened? What has happened is that trust has been broken time and time again. Every generation is set up with massive debt, and the next is worse off than the previous when you think about it. So cryptocurrency represents freedom, the ability to transact without the need for banks' permission or the need for government's permission. Do you trust the crooked banks and politicians, or will your trust be in this code, right? Will it be in math? The math of crypto is open source. Anyone can verify the validity of the code. So, as we watch the crypto market fall to painful lows, I'm going to ask you, how strong is your belief in it? Not in its dollar value, right? Many times we look at crypto and we want to compare it in its value to the US dollar. And Bitcoin is 4,500, 5,500, 6,500, whatever it may be. We base it based on the belief, that it's got a value to the dollar. The validity of better technology that would change the world. That's when it's time to spend your crypto. When it's time to spend your crypto, you won't need to convert it to dollars first. So what I really want to challenge you to look at, why you're really here and do you want to be here? So like I said before, if not, take a loss and walk away. Many of us made bad investments in our lifetime in the past. What's one more? Or just hold until it rebounds and then sell. Because we know, you've got some belief that crypto's not dead, or else you wouldn't still be holding on to it. But if you understand what is really happening, what's going to happen over the next 5 to 10 years, I want to challenge you to do two things. So I'm not going to say buy the dip. You got to do your own research for that. But number one, do your research. Decide if you should buy more while we're seeing these lows. Me personally, that's what I'm doing. But everybody's different. You got to, if you don't have belief and faith that this thing is coming back, then you have no reason to buy anymore. But, so I'm not going to tell you to buy the dip, but you want to be intentional about learning more every day about how and why crypto will change the world for the better. That's the research I'm talking about, not research where's Bitcoin price going next. No, research the technology. See if you have belief in where it is, and realize many of the bad players that were in the space currently or were in the space need to be washed out. So this dip after dip after dip all year, it's been necessary to shake them out. Um, and two, once your belief is rock solid, be intentional every day about helping people learn more about crypto and get more involved. So whether it's a new person that's hesitant and scared because of all the FUD, and remember FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt that they've heard on TV, or it's the person that bought Bitcoin in December 2017 at $19,000 and watched the value of the dollar, value to dollar plummet. Be kind, be compassionate, answer their skeptical questions with understanding. Don't get emotional when they have doubts. I mean, people have every right to doubt it right now. But when you understand, when you really, you take the time like I've spent over the last couple of years, just really learning this technology and immersing myself and going to conventions and talking to people and seeing some of the projects that are out there, that's when your belief becomes huge. People need to realize that buying small increments on a regular basis can help limit your liability on big dips. If you're confident in returning one day to smash new all-time highs, then you want to help others get some skin in the game. Start buying little bits at a time, right? If you average your cost, then when this thing rebounds, you're going to be in profit a lot sooner if that's what you're looking for, is to make profit, right? But also it allows you, these prices allow you to take advantage of some huge deals. I've got a friend that over the last couple of years, every Friday he would spend $50. $50. And I guarantee you, his portfolio is looking really good right now. And he never invested thousands at one time. Because no matter what the price was, high, low, going up, going down, just continually buying. And now there's some apps out there to help you buy a little at a time. I mentioned one on a podcast episode several episodes ago that was on Shark Tank a few weeks ago. It's called Bundle, and I tested it out. And Bundle, it's spelled Bundil. But what made me interested and want to try it out was it was on Shark Tank, right? And Kevin O'Leary, who goes by Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank, he bought half the company. Now, that app have some glitches at first and some issues? Yeah, you log in and you look, there's some negative reviews on it, but I've used it, and once they worked out a few of the bugs, it's been working great. Every time I buy something, whether it's I pay a bill, because what I did, I linked it to Coinbase and I linked it to my bank account, and then what happens is every time I make a purchase with my bank account, going through my everyday life, right, it gives you the option to round up and put that money into crypto. And in 3 weeks' time, I've put an extra $125 worth of crypto that I wouldn't have done anyway without me, and I didn't have to do anything, right? So that's one way to do it. If every time you checked out somewhere or you paid a bill or whatever, and you just round it up to the next dollar, where would you be? You'd start buying something. Imagine at these prices when things return, you can have, it could be a pretty good investment. The other one is Abra. Abra is another app that allows you to link an account and make small purchases over time. What I like about Abra is they have a whole bunch of different cryptos that you can buy from your bank account, whereas on Coinbase, I mean, what have you got now on Coinbase? You got 6 cryptos. So keep that in mind. Crypto is volatile and crypto is risky, but once you understand it's riskier to not have any skin in the crypto game, you're gonna realize that you want to be a part of the space, especially if you're doing, like I said, you've taken the time, do your research, really understand, not just don't understand crypto, but, research our current financial systems that we have. So, and then many of you will be seeing family and friends over the next few weeks for holiday gatherings. How will you respond when someone asks about Bitcoin and wants to know if it's dead or why it's losing value? Are you going to get defensive? Are you going to get emotional? Turn it into an argument? Bitcoin is value is always going to be worth one Bitcoin, right? Your US dollar is slowly going down. The dollar is losing buying power every single day. So will you point to countries where hyperinflation have made their fiat currency worthless and how Bitcoin volumes there are skyrocketing because they understand why crypto would change the world, right? Think about Venezuela, what's happened there, what's Zimbabwe, and we saw it happen in Turkey and many other places where, their fiat, their government issued currency is worthless. But they understand why crypto will change the world because they're living what many people are in denial that's going to be happening with most fiat currencies. It's not about moon or Lambos. It's about taking back freedom that has slowly eroded over the years in many nations. So my question to you is, will you cower in the corner and cry as you watch values plummet? Will you get angry and defensive when a family member says they heard Bitcoin is going to zero? Or will you take the time to educate them on why crypto is here to stay? And we are still in the beginning phases of launching it, right? This is still an early technology, right? The dot-com bubble burst back in the early 2000s, and many bad companies went away. But those that rose from the ashes have developed into, the great infrastructure that we use today, that we see today. The same is happening with blockchain and cryptocurrency today. This cycle, this bubble has bursted. A lot of people that were in the space for the wrong reasons or not doing the right thing, they're getting washed out right now. They're getting shaken out. And granted, there's some good people too that are going to regret getting out and selling. But which one are you going to be? So you want to start to understand the broken system and see why crypto will change the game. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, make sure you watch the first few episodes on YouTube, The Hidden Secrets of Money. So The Hidden Secrets of Money is a series that really digs deep into the history of money. And I want to say there's 9 or 10 episodes total, and I've watched all of them. And you're going to really see the case for crypto once you get around, the first few. Even if you just watch like episodes 3 or 4, you're going to see what's happening. But they all really tie it together. And then, on YouTube, while you're there, watch some of the videos on Andreas Antonopoulos, right? This guy is takes all the hype out. There's no hype. It's just real logic. And, he's a very smart guy that explains why crypto is what it is, why you should be paying attention to what it is. And that's one of the guys I watched early on that really built my belief in what this is. So whether you see the prices just crash down, it doesn't matter to me. I'm buying more on the dips. I'm buying more. I'm getting more skin in the game. And, when things go up, I'm feeling good, but I'm not panic selling at this point. Selling right now is crazy. But if that's what you want to do, if you're willing to take that loss, that's fine. But just remember, this is like any other market, right? When markets are in a decline, your average everyday person is panic selling at the bottom. They bought higher and they're panic selling at the bottom. But the true investors, the true traders, they're accumulating. When there's blood in the streets, that's when you buy. Warren Buffett has said that strategy many years ago, and look how it's worked for him, right? This is no different. There's blood in the streets. There's people crying over the drop in price, right? And so what are you going to do about it? It's time to mature and grow as a crypto community, as a market. We got to replace the sayings that many people had in crypto a year ago of when moon, right? When is crypto going to hit the moon? Or when Lambo? Like when I'll be able to turn my crypto into a Lamborghini? And really start asking ourselves, when freedom? When mass adoption? When change? So here's 3 points to remember if your faith is shaken. 3 things that have happened recently I want to remind you of. 1, $7.2 trillion asset manager Fidelity will help customers invest in Bitcoin. They've already started that platform. Do you think they don't believe there's a future in crypto for them to create that platform? And then Bakkt, BAKKT, is to launch on December 12th. Now, Bakkt is a futures trading platform that's being developed by ICE. ICE is the owner of the New York Stock Exchange. Why are they putting all this money into it? Now, they've already confirmed, not a definite date, but probably, around the beginning of December. They have a target date, but nothing that's set in stone. December 12th is what they're shooting for. But why would they still be doing this if crypto is dead? And then what happened just over the weekend? Switzerland approves the first Bitcoin ETF with the ticker HODL, right? HODL, which is a crypto term that's used by many people. Started out as a misspelling of the word hold, and has taken on the acronym in the life of hold on for dear life, which is that what you're doing right now? That's fine. So just wanted to paint this picture for you, right? These are thoughts that I really gathered over the last 24 hours. And as they would pop in my head, I'd write them down just because I want you to understand really, why are you here? Why are you in the crypto space? But it's also very scary. Whether you're a new person that hasn't gotten in yet and are thinking about it, or whether you've been in for a little while and your belief's not that strong. You really got to decide. You've got to make the decision. Bitcoin and crypto is going to do what it's going to do. Which is why, Tim Draper, who we saw a few weeks ago at Crypto Invest Summit, still stood by his prediction of where Bitcoin is going to be in 2022. That's only 3 years away, right? Maybe closer to 4, depending on what time of year he thinks it's going to happen. But he's predicting Bitcoin over $200,000. And why would he do that after seeing all of this? Well, because he understands markets. He's learned the current financial system. I mean, he's a billionaire venture capitalist, right? So he understands markets and what happens, and he learns how to profit off of those market conditions. And that's where you see these things happening that are lining up. Infrastructure is going into crypto. More people are starting to realize that the government and fiat currencies and the banking systems have really, robbed the prosperity of future generations. And crypto is a chance to take that freedom back. So that's my challenge to you. What are you going to do right now? Are you going to sell? Have you already sold? If you already sold, it's not a problem. Take some time to, if you still think you want some skin in the game, you want to be in this, do some research, learn some more about it, and then buy some of these dips, right? This is a flash sale, Black Friday coming up this week. Many people like a good bargain, right? Well, this is a great bargain when you understand it's the future. So that's it for our episode today. I want to thank you for listening in, and I hope you really take what I said to heart and do some research, do some soul searching, and decide, is this for you? Because this could change, the future of your family's financial situation, or it could just be something that you regret not looking into. Now, whatever you decide, your biggest regret is going to be not taking any action. Whether that action is to get involved, buy more, or whatever the case may be, that's going to be a regret, and that's just my personal opinion. But thank you again for listening in, and we will catch you on the next episode.